The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Leonard Fournette. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
So, Charles, we have reached the end here of a long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, the league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year, and we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
There's a Darius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that can spark a defense and swing some momentum.
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw. Because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Hurts throw taken in by Landry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well. Henry. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Derrick Henry becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Now left side on the swing pass. Fournette fighting through and brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 22-yard line.
Off play action, Fields. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Melvin Ingram. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Back to throw, Fields. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They go play action with Hurts. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Hurts throw here taken in by Gesicki. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. Running from the gun with Henry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Packers pick it up. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Final adjustments being made in both locker rooms. They are just about set to get back to football in Detroit. And for the call of the second half, we'll kick it back up to Ford Field and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. Now it's Fields. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Fields. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. Well, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that.
Hurts fumbles it. And this is going to be Packer football. So potentially a turning point here in the 3rd quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines. Tackle him. Second guy in, tackle the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Fields. Well, the connection, this is Ryan Izzo, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a 1st down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, he usually gets it done. Fournette, a 1st down carry. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Touchdown, Packers! Deontay Johnson, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. They will run it. It's Fournette. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call. And he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion. And now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Hurts. It's complete left side to Aguilar. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 42.
Hurts sets up to throw it. This one caught by Crowder. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd down at 5. Here's Hurts to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And he loses the football a 2nd time. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Play action. Here's Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. That's Beck. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Henry again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll set up a throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They'll run. It's Henry. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. The big back Derrick Henry held out of the end zone. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A big opportunity to tie it with 3 or take the lead with a touchdown. Their defense definitely did their part with that pivotal 4th down stop. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback. Put the balls in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And we'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Johnson. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. To throw is Fields. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. They're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They snap it to Fields. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And this one is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 61 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Packers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Fields now to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. And the Packers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's Fields. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler. 1st-round pick back in 2012. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap, Fields. And he's going to go down again. Melvin Ingram in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. 2nd and 11 now. And now he clocks it with 19 seconds remaining. And they will take a knee here. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, they get yet another victory to finish the year at 14-3 overall. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they finish up the regular season with a mark of 12-5.